Hi guys, back with the new live stream, and I'm just cleaning up my airbrush really quick. I didn't work properly, so I was trying just to clean it out, just to make sure that everything works before I start doing the work. I don't like too much to have the airbrush clog during work time, but sometimes that happens more than we would like, unfortunately. And now here I'm just using a little bit of an alcohol. And thank you everybody for joining in. And I will do the trick. Now usually I use an alcohol wipe to clean down everything. I did do some clear varnish, and it did look like I didn't clean out properly, and the varnish got stuck a little bit inside, so I just wanted to make sure to remove that before I start the work. And now I'm just going to put everything together really quick. Now, after using the airbrush for so long, you get used to it when it gets stuck. So even by just hitting the air, you know if it's clean or not. Yeah, this looks perfectly now. So I'm gonna show up the model really quick. I done a small change on the color of the uniform. I had to redo it. I wasn't happy how it looked. So, ooh, we almost lost him. So here's the base, as you can see, and then here's the model. And I'm gonna give a little bit of a dry brushing over his uniform. So I'm gonna have to take this apart. These are not glued in. It's only the head that's glued in, and the arms. As you can see here on the arms, he has a little bit of a glossiness that's from the glue. But as soon as we spray over some satin varnish, that will go away, so that will be not as obvious as it is at the moment. So as I said, I had to redo the blue on the uniform. It was a little bit too random, and maybe a little bit brighter than I wanted to be. So I done all of that off camera. And now let's just get started. So I will need some paper towel. And I'm going to try to use this smaller. Oh, this has some paint really stuck to it. Anyway, it's gonna do the job, it's no problem. I didn't clean it out properly, so some of the purple got stuck to it. I'm gonna use it like this, it's not a big deal. And then I'm gonna clean it out properly after. Hi, Simi. How are you today? I hope you have a great day. Thank you very much, Simi. And guys, if you have any questions or you're trying to get into the hobby and you don't know how, or go ahead and put it down in the chat, and I'm going to try to answer all of them. Now, if it's anything related to the hobby, that's no problem. But anything more than that, I'm not sure if I could answer to those, but you can try your luck. And of course, I don't have the lottery number, so don't even bother with that. Now with this one, I have to watch out a little bit. I did give it a clear coat of varnish before, but I don't want to mess it up. So I'm gonna try start with the trousers. And I'm gonna start on this part up here. I don't think this is going to give me the effect that I am looking for. I think I have to do it in a different way. Yeah, no. Hey, I did try. So now I have to get my wet palette. If you're just joining, guys, thank you very much for joining in. Just sit back and relax. Yes, technically, this is the only thing that I have to do. It's the highlights, and then I'm going to start on the koi fish today. So that will be definitely in the next video. So I'm trying to do here, just to do a couple of highlights with the brush. Hi Swedish Forge, how are you today? Thank you for joining. Now, even with when you're doing the highlights like this, you have to watch out for your brush not to be too loaded, because too much paint sometimes it's not that good. Now, it depends on what type of look you're going for. I'm just trying to do a little bit of a highlights over here on the folds on the trousers. Thanks for joining in, Ron. Ron is flying back home, so he's going back streaming tomorrow. So we can't wait for you to come back. So Ron is at the airport at the moment. He's about to take off. He had a little bit of a mini holiday. Nice. You're gonna be in the air for some time. And this is you have another flight after this, right? Because you already done a flight. So this is your second flight as far as I know. Now, if I'm not talking too much, sorry guys. Oh yeah, so by the time you arrive home, we gonna be going to bed over here in Europe. So guys, let me know, how was your weekend? Did you do anything nice? Did you go somewhere or just spend time with family? I finally managed to finish my other project. So now I'm going to work only on this. This will be my main focus, and then we will see what's coming next. And I have to say it was a little bit harder than I was expecting to working on the two projects at the same time. Uh, I will say because of my lack of my space, maybe as well. Uh, but yeah, it was a little bit sometimes really challenging doing all the recordings on the other one and just do this on the live stream. So if anybody is about to do something like that, yeah, not too easy, I have to say. I was planning to do that more in the future, but after finishing it, I'm not sure that I'm going to attempt it again anytime soon. But we will see. So now this will take a little bit of a time, but I didn't want to do it off camera. I just wanted to make sure that if somebody will be interested in something similar, you see the process. And it's a bit time consuming, I know that. But so is everything with this hobby. Hey, Bean 3D. I didn't see you for a long, long time. I hope you are good, my friend. Some time passed since I last see you online, so I hope it's everything okay. Nice. So you got get your hands full now properly. Nice one, nice. At least we can keep you company on the airplane run. And guys, if you just join in, thank you very much, everybody, for joining in. Make sure you give it a like, give it a subscribe, share it with your friends and family. I'm just trying to grow my channel a little bit. And thank you. And today, hopefully, I gonna get around to start painting up the koi fish as well. Uh, if by any chance I don't get to it, it's going to be prepared for the next session. We will see how much time will actually this take for me to finish up all these edge highlights that I am trying to do. The trousers are almost done. Yeah, I don't have a problem with the airplanes in itself, but I don't really like to go to airports. So that part of traveling, I'm not a big fan. No, and I'm almost done with the trousers. I still have to do maybe a little bit touch here and there, just to fix up a little bit of the brushing. I'm gonna try to finish it up first, and then I'm gonna come back and see if some parts they will need a little bit of a correction. And guys, by the way, if you would like to win one of my statues, I did decide which one I'm gonna give away. So I'm working on that video, and it's gonna go up really soon in these days. So stay tuned for that one. And I will have a description how you can win it. It's pretty simple forward, nothing too complicated. So stay tuned for that. If you would like to get a statue, even if you don't want it for yourself, you can get it and maybe give it a gift to somebody. Or you can have a cool statue from me for yourself. It's totally up to you. Now I'm going to try to do a couple of giveaways. I'm kind of running out of space in my house. I have way too many statues at the moment, so I'm selling some of them, and I'm gonna give away some of them. So if anybody is interested in any of the statues for yourself or one of your loved ones, you want to give them a gift, you can reach out to me privately, and we can pretty sure work out a deal. Now, as I mentioned, I'm gonna give a couple of statues away, so it's gonna be at a couple of milestones that I'm going to set up. So if you don't win this one, don't worry. If you will still like all the giveaway statues, they will be all different models that I painted up over the years. And don't think these statues that I'm giving away for free, they are not good models. They actually top quality, all of them. I can promise you that. And again, if you're interested, just stay tuned, and the video of how you can win it will be up really soon, probably in the next few days. You have space? Perfect. The one thing I don't have is space. The house I have to say we're living in, it's quite big, but in the same time, it's just I have half of the house filled up with statues. So I have statue now in every single room, and it's taking over a little bit. So I had to, if I want to do more statues, I have to give away some to make more space. Kind of that's how it works now. Unfortunately, I did arrive to that point that my wife she never said anything about it, but I can see how it takes over the whole house. So yeah. Again, guys, you can see all of my work on the Patreon. No, not sorry, not on the Patreon, on my Instagram. And if you're interested in any of them, give me a private message over there, Gambit Neo One. Or if you want to do a custom to your loved one or somebody in your family, again, reach out. I will be more than happy to work out a deal with you. And if you want something specific, again, I can paint it up, no problem. And now I'm just gonna go back and just make sure that some of the highlights that I did, the brushing, it's a little bit more uniform. And by the way, guys, I don't know if you remember I mentioned it. I'm a really, really big Halo fan. And I just picked up the new Halo. And I really, really, really like it. And there are lots of people having a controversy out there that why Halo Studios actually made this game, why they didn't make a new Halo. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know if this Halo Studios can actually make a proper good new Halo. So personally, I will be more happy if they just remaster and release all the previous Halo, Halo 2, Halo 3. That would be pretty good for me. But I understand some people want a new Halo, but I don't think that's ever going to happen with the studio. I don't think they are a good studio for Halo. I think Bungie was the Halo studio, and since they give up working on it, I think Halo is kind of lost. I don't think he's gonna ever go back to be in his glorious day, let's say. And I'm really enjoying the game. I know the game comes out this week. Yeah, this week. I got an early copy, so I mean, I bought an early copy. I didn't get it for free. Um, don't think that I say that I like Halo because I got it for free. No, this is my own thoughts. I really enjoy the game. It's really nice. It's different a little bit than the original Halo, of course. The original Halo, I would say the first three, they are still are my favorites. Uh, I'm a little bit biased, I would say. I was always a big Halo fan. That's why actually I bought an Xbox, and that's why I was with the Xbox for so long. Then I really love Gears of War as well, of course. Let me know if you got a chance to play Halo, or you're gonna pick it up when it launches, or you're just gonna stay away from this edition and then pick it up maybe when it's cheaper. Now that's totally up to you. I will not say anyone to what to do. Oh, you have started painting Spider-Man. That's nice, Swedish Forge. Did you pass the primer point, or you at the primering point? I'm curious how much do you even prime it? That's not a question that I want to ask you. Are you going to prime it or just paint over the plastic? Sometimes people they say that they don't want to use primer. I will say if you can use primer, use it. Some resin will take the paint without the primer as well if you clean it properly. But sometimes you will have to clean your resin prints really really good before you try to apply any paint to it because it would just not stick. If I ever get rich and I can afford to do whatever I want and I will have space, I promise you a Halo statue, full life-size Halo Master Chief statue will be the first one I'm going to make as a life size. But I need to have space for it. So yeah, I don't see it to happen too soon. At least I'm not saying to become rich so I can buy a huge house where to keep it. I was even thinking to maybe open like a 3D printing store here as well, and maybe then that would be cool to have it in the store. I can see that one happening maybe, but otherwise in the house at the moment, no. And I'm pretty sure my wife would not be happy with the huge Master Chief inside the living room. But yes, definitely one of my upcoming projects at one point will be a Spider-Man as well. I really like Spider-Man. It was one of between my first comics that I got, and I think the movies with Tom Holland they are pretty good as well. I'm curious on the new one, but we will see. It's gonna come out really soon. That one as well. I think it will be this week. Now I don't think I'm going to watch that at the moment in the cinema, so we will see. Yeah, I just went and watched this last Friday, the Odyssey, and I have to say I liked it. Uh, yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe the Spider-Man is a bit too much for my son, so I cannot go with my son. I don't want him to get scared. Uh, I'm not sure if he transforms into the man spider or not in this one. He kind of hinted at it, but I'm not sure. So he watched the very first Spider-Man so far, and he liked it. So maybe we'll see. If not, I will have to organize another a babysitter. I don't know, like on the early screaming, they were like, he's gonna transform in the man spider, but again, not sure. They kind of hinted at it, or maybe I just misunderstand. Or somebody talked about it on YouTube, saying that he's going to be in. I'm not sure again which was it. Sometimes on the YouTube, people have all these theories about movies, and then you don't even remember where you heard about it or where you saw it. Okay, and I'm almost done with the trousers. Now the torso will be a little bit easier. At least I hope. So we just leave this one to dry. Let's do the same thing all over here again. Now on the torso, the lines, the folds are a little bit smaller. So I have to make sure that the lines I'm making, they are not too thick. So with this one, I have to take it maybe a little bit more careful. And as soon as I done said that, I done a really thick line. Hi, Jerry. Oh, I'm gonna check it out in a second. My phone is at the moment it's on charge, so it's not too close to me. Now, Jerry, I didn't get a chance. I even forgot, to be honest with you. I just remembered now to check out if any cubic slicer is supporting the uniformation, but I'm gonna check it out soon. I just literally remembered now that we were talking about it. Yesterday I went to do that, just that, and somehow, don't ask, I got distracted by something else, and then I forgot it. I just realized it now. By the way, Jerry, a quick question. I know Uniformation, the GK Ultra especially, they're really good printers. They're high quality printers. Uh, to be honest with you, I wanted to get one as well, but it was a little bit too much for my pockets at this point. But hopefully in the future, I get a chance to get them. But what I wanted to ask you, they don't have a specific slicer that they use? I was always thinking that they have their own slicer. Like for example, Bamboo Labs have the Bamboo Studio. Unfortunately, I never owned a Uniformation printer, so I don't know too much about them. But the one thing I know, and I think that everybody knows, with doing 3D printing, that those are really, really good printers. but they're expensive as well, unfortunately. Oh, okay. Yeah, some companies they using like the same slicer, but they do their own version, and it's not as good. Like for example, I know Anycubic used to do that, and then sometimes people they're using the Anycubic basic slicer, but they just transform it a little bit. But the base of the slicer it's the same, and they are better than the original slicer. I know back in the day, Anycubic was the same. Some other company used the base slicer, they modified it, and they made actually better slicer than the Anycubic was. I think that was for the FDM printer. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100%. Now, guys, thank you very much for joining in. Much, much appreciated. And if you don't mind, hit that like button, share it with your friends and family. And if you like this hobby and you would like to see more, make sure that you check out my main channel. I have lots of videos over there. And if you miss any of the streams, you can catch up over there on them. And we have here the Grumpy Vet, who soon's going to start posting as well. I know he's almost done with his boot, so surely after that he's going to start posting some videos. But go on, check out his channel. He's starting to work on an amazing, huge Batman, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna do some awesome content as well. Go and subscribe, and then you can turn on your notification as well, so when he posts a video, you're gonna see it. And then we have the 3D painter over here. He's at the moment on holiday, and he's returning right now. He's in the chat, and he's returning to his home. So tomorrow he will be back on streaming. So we can't wait to see that. So guys, go check him out as well. He's working on a really, really cool Punisher from Polymind. Uh, so yeah, and then we have the Bean 3D as well. Actually, I'm not even sure what he's working at the moment. I know he's between two projects as far as I know. So Bean, can you remind me what are you working at the moment? Because to be honest with you, like it was a couple of weeks ago we talked. I know you starting on the Bumblebee from Transformers as well from Z Studios, but I'm not sure if you're working on something else at the moment. Okay, so next week you're gonna start on the next project. Okay. So guys, check them out, and there are lots of cool other small channels out there, guys, who will your support will mean a lot to them. So make sure go and give them a like, give them a support if you can. We have the Old Man Painter, Shelf Candy, and then we have bigger channels as well, like Ground Affected. Now your dad always need your support, so feel free to go and give it a like, give it a subscribe. Every little helps. And make sure you're gonna check out the Swedish Forge as well. He's working on a life-size Spider-Man at the moment, and he's going to start posting, as far as I know, really soon. I never worked on a live project model, 3D printed one is special. So yeah, that should be cool. And I'm pretty sure it's a different experience than to do these ones compared to those are miniatures, literally. So I'm pretty sure to do one of those big projects, you need some different approach to do it. So I'm curious, and I'm gonna keep a close eye to see how it comes out. I know P is going to post lots of videos. And as you can see in the chat, he said it as well. The video is gonna come soon. So guys, what you can do, you can turn on your notification bell as well. And then when one of us is posting something, you're gonna get a small notification, usually. Sometimes it happens that YouTube forgets to send it out. Yeah, unfortunately, not everything works perfectly all the time. And again, if by any chance I forgot somebody, I'm gonna try to shout them out. I have a new method now that I'm gonna implement really soon to do like a list and then just scroll it up on the screen so you guys can see the proper names as well. If by any means I misspell it, that do happen sometimes. So sorry for that. I'm trying my best to remember, but oh well. When you're focusing on the model on hand, sometimes you forget things. Okay, so now I'm done with the body, so I'm gonna move to the arm. Ooh, I never even asked you, Swedish Forge, do you have a resin printer or you just do FDM prints, plastic? I'm not sure if I asked you before. Maybe you did answer and I didn't pay attention, but don't remember it, so I'm curious now. Yes. Yes, that was with the Anycubic. Now with the uniformation, now I remember. It was something with the slicer that you had to use specific slicers, and they were saying that they starting opening up now for more slicers. Now I remember. Yes, I remember that they mentioned that they're gonna open up the format to more slicer. Yes, I knew that he has one thing against him. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it would be nicer if you can use any type of slicer with it. But it's not a big problem. You see, I didn't even realize it now that the Cheeto box was working for the uniformation. Because I even forgot that he was more a little bit locked down on the software side, software side. Look, if like I mentioned it to you, I tried it out some time ago, and I found it really confusing coming from a Cheeto box, and really didn't like it. But feel like I didn't give it a fair chance back then to lychee, and I know lots of people using lychee. I'm not saying lychee it's not good, not at all. I don't think I give it a fair chance to try it out because I went back straight to Cheeto box and never looked back. Uh, Usually, I like to try out new softwares, but sometimes I just go back to the ones I know because I know how they work. And yeah, maybe if I give another try now to Light, maybe I will actually like it and use it. Who knows? At the moment, the Anycubic one, it works really good for me. So I'm kind of happy a little bit with that at the moment. So we will see about that in the future. But I will say, Jerry, definitely, yeah, Jitterbox lately, it's not as consumer friendly as he was when he launched. I remember back when he launched, it was way more consumer friendly, but they started always try to get more money out of people and putting stuff behind the wall to pay for it. As I said as well the other day, I'm still using a. I used to use an old Box like outdated software because it was just having all the features that I needed. But unfortunately, sometimes you had problems with those ones as well. So, oh, really? I only use for really long time, so I would say around 5 years the Cheeto box. Then again, I tried out the lychee, and for some reason I don't even remember what was. It just didn't click with me. I couldn't find some of the things in the menu, and because I wanted to walk away from Cheeto box, and then I just went back with an older version, and I never updated, and that's how I used it. So you using lychee as well now. Again, I will have to try it out and see. Maybe now it will be actually something that I want to use and I like. So I never say no to give it a second try to something that didn't click with me at the first time. I always like to try it out, give it a fair shot. And I said it the last time. I don't feel like I did give lychee a fair shot. So we'll see now. There's so many folds on the torso and on especially on the arms. I feel like I'm starting doing this for like ages now, and I'm not going anywhere. This is going to turn into the candle situation really fast again. Now depends on the type of paint. You can save it sometimes, but sometimes it's a lost case. Now it depends for how long it's going to was sitting out. If it's an acrylic paint, just add some thinner to it, or in some cases you can add water as well. But try to see what type of paint it is and use the respective thinner with it. What I will advise to put a couple of balls, metal balls, in a container where you have the paint, and try to shake it for some time. But again, you can put a little bit water in it. Yeah, you can do that, but depends on if it's a water-based paint. So if it's a water-based paint, yeah, you can put water or you can put a thinner. But if it's not water-based, then no, water will just make it worse. So if it's not an acrylic paint, then no, water is not good for it. I know that some of the paints, mine paints that I have, the acrylic ones as well. If you use water on them in time, the paint will become really funny. And if you use thinner all the time on them to make it more thin, it's actually going to be okay for a longer time. For a long, long time, I didn't use thinners, so I messed up lots of Citadel paints, which are not that cheap. And I will say to use the again proper thinner. So if it's a larger bottle of paint, depends on the size as well. You don't want to ruin it by not using the right amount of no, the right type of thinner on it. Now, if it's just a little bit and you have multiple, you can try one out that doesn't have too much, and then if you lose it, you lose it. End of the day, you tried. But if the paint, the can, the bottle has too much paint in it, I will advise to use the proper thinner for it. If it has just a little bit, then maybe you can try it out and see if it works with water. I'm not sure what type of paints you're actually using, Swedish Forge. If you use any of the type that we use, then those mostly are acrylics. Cherry, I'm not sure if you're still here. Uh, what do you think of the trag without the cape? Which one version you like more? Or like more the one with the cape or one without the cape? Uh, Another thing that I do in plastic, Jerry, are the capes. They're way lighter. I find that the cape usually bends the statue backwards a little bit, and if you don't have a proper good support on the keys, that can break actually the statue or bend it. I have a good friend who had his statue Moon Knight bent the same way. So I usually print my capes in plastic. Yeah, the plastic are way lighter. No, well, you will have to wait like 3 days to print a cape, but again, the weight of it, it's just so much better. And I actually have a couple of statues that I printed the cape in plastic, and I have to say they're pretty good. If I don't tell you it's plastic, you will not even realize because I didn't lose any of the details as well. And guys, if you just join in, thank you very much for joining. Make sure that you hit that like button. Much appreciated. The YouTube algorithm really likes that. So we want to stay in the good grace of the YouTube algorithm. And we want our channel to be recommended for other people like you and me who are willing to learn or to just enjoy this hobby. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat down below. And we have lots of lovely friends over here. So I'm pretty sure we can answer most of your 3D printing related questions. And maybe you can help somebody out as well with your questions. So it's always good to ask. Now, I'm almost done with this part. Just a couple more lines that left over here. Okay, I'm just gonna go back. Yes, and it's worth it, Jerry. You will see. Ooh, messed it up a little bit over here in the on the back. Now, one of the reasons I had to repaint the whole paint, I done something similar. And when I wanted to remove the paint, I removed the whole paint. So that was another reason I had to repaint the blue. And of course now it doesn't want to go away. The fabric has a little bit of a texture on it, so it doesn't want to give up really easily. But sometimes if you have patience, then you can work it out. Again, some of the paint went away a little bit over here, but I'm gonna refresh it anyway. Now I'm going to let this dry and then keep working on it. So I'm gonna get to the black part. I even done a Batman, a huge cape, like this big, from fandom back in the days when they done the Batman. I still have it printed out. I didn't get a chance to paint him up yet. That was the first actually I made in FDM print, the first cape. And I have to say, after that, all of them that I did, I was really pleased with them. So Thank you very much, Swedish Forge. And Jerry, don't worry, when you can come back, you can come back. Swedish Forge, thank you for coming in. I hope to see you next soon. And I can't wait to see that video. Uh, hope it's sooner than later. But when you feel it like you're ready to post, then when you have to post it. Nothing should be rushed. Okay, so these are the trousers kind of done. Okay, and now I will have to do the same thing with the torso. But over there, I will have to use some masking putty to seal up the head because I don't want to repaint that. And this should do the job, so just have to make sure that I seal it correctly. Now, these masking putty, they are really, really good. But some of them depends on the brand that you use. They kind of move around a little bit, so you have to be mindful of that when you're applying. That sometimes they don't stay in the same spot as you applied them. So as long as you know that, then it's no problem. Now the one I'm using, it's the one from Green Stuff, I think. Yeah, Green Stuff World, and it's a really, really good one. You just got the Wi-Fi back 9. Nice run. Yes, I'm going to check out the picture. As I mentioned it, my phone is not here close to me. It's on charge. Today I forgot it to charge it up when I went live, unfortunately. Now, was I saying about this masking putty? It's really, really good. Now, what I would advise I will give you, if it's possible and you can afford it, to buy one for your normal paints and get one for the metallics. Sometimes the metallics paints, they stick to it and they stay on it. So when you use it on a normal paint on a skin color, the metallic ones, they kind of transfer over the skin color. I had it happen. You can clean it down sometimes, or sometimes you can mess up your skin color. You're about to land. That's why you got it back. Yeah, airlines. Now, the last time when I was doing this, I did run out of the. Let me hold my. Of the contrast Telcedar blue. So I had to go out over the Saturday. I got 2 more bottles just to make sure that this time I'm not running out of them. And again, with the masking, always check back in just to ensure that the putty didn't move. Oh, yeah, they look. I have to dry this one a little bit, so I'm gonna put on the hair dryer for a bit. As far as I can see, they are the same color, so that's the important part. So I'm gonna take off the masking putty because this masking putty doesn't like the heat. It starts acting a little bit weird whenever heat hits it. So hi Salam, how are you? Oh, the Bean 3D. Have a nice rest. Hope to see you soon. How are you, Salim? Me, I'm just finishing up here. I'm doing a little bit of hair drying the statue, so it's almost done. Sorry, I was a little bit off camera. So I'm drying this guy up so I can apply the varnish, and I have to do a couple of things on the uniform. So I'm going to do a backline over here, the gold, the white on his sleeves, on this one over here as well, and I'm going to apply some of the Tamiya liquid skill, and then it's done. It just needs to be varnished. Oh, hi, Pen Pressure. How are you, buddy? I didn't see you for some time. I'm good, thank you very much. I'm trying to finish up this model because I can't wait to work on the koi fish on this one. This is part of the base from the same model. He has the other piece over here that the tails comes out, and I started already closing up the drainage holes, so this has to be closed up, and I still have to do a little bit of work over here on this cut that I have to do. So half of it is done, and it blends in perfectly, and I have to do the other half. So yeah, it's going really good. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. You're learning Blender. Ooh, how come you're learning Blender? You used to do ZBrush, or you don't want to do ZBrush anymore, or used to do something else? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I wanted at one point. I even have a drawing tablet to learn ZBrush properly, but I didn't get the time. I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen. I really like it. It's a really fun one. I have to catch up with the new season, the last season that came out. I didn't watch all the way, so I have to do that really soon. And I was looking uh, for the Tamiya panel liner, and let's see. So far, my favorite anime it's still Solo Leveling, but I think the second one will be Jujutsu Kaisen after that. Well, to be honest with you, I like lots of them, so it's always kind of change at what I'm looking currently. One that I didn't watch, and I really want to watch it, but I'm kind of afraid. It's One Piece because he has so many episodes. But hopefully one day I get the courage to watch all of it. Time pressure. How was your weekend, buddy? Do you have a good weekend? It's still really warm in France. Okay, so this is done. I'm going to give it a little bit of a hair dryer treatment. Now, where did I put the... Oh, let's stick it over here. Oh, so you're almost on holiday. That's nice. That's nice. Are you gonna go somewhere, or you just gonna rest? So now on this one, I'm gonna apply the varnish. Oh, I forgot to clean out the airbrush. That's always fun. Yeah, those are always the last minute holidays or the one that are heavy on your pocket. To book it in somewhere, sometimes they are really expensive at this time. Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to work out. So I hope you have a really nice holiday. Pretty sure you deserve it. Who knows? Maybe Lady Luck will be on your side this time and it will not go really heavy on your pocket. But I notice holidays are getting every time more expensive. More people are going, more expensive becomes. You were thinking that people lately traveling so much, the prices will go a little bit down, kind of in a way, but no, it's quite the opposite. Okay, so what I noticed lately, if first I use a gloss varnish on my paints, for some reason, this specific gloss varnish it's gives a better protection. Now, I don't know if I just imagined this or if it's true, but I noticed. So the varnish I'm using at the moment, it's this one, the Vallejo Gloss acrylic varnish, and this looks like me because I tested it out. This scratch resistant with my finger, and it was better than any other varnish that I use. So I give a first coat of the glossy clear varnish, and then I go back with a satin varnish just to tone down the glossiness. Okay, and now I just have to dry this. Oh no, that's not never good. Yeah, I can't wait to see your Electra. It's one of my favorite Electra from Moon 3D Moon Studios. I wanted to do her as well. So Salim, you said that you're learning Blender. Do you know already? Did you use any other sculpting software? Oh, nice. Again, don't forget to send me some pictures on the Instagram when you start painting her up. Only if you want to, of course. No stress. If you feel like you want to share, I will be more than happy to have a look. Now with this varnish, lately I have a little bit of a problem with it. It always gets stuck inside the airbrush, and doesn't matter how much I clean it out, it kind of stays there. Okay, so you're CAD modeler. Okay, that's good to know. I dipped my toe into CAD modeling as well, but not with too much success, I have to say. Um, I learned a lot of things, and I forgot everything in the last 6 months because I didn't use it. Okay, and now I don't know, guys, if you remember, I said that I have to do a couple of things on his uniform on the top part, so I'm gonna continue doing that. First, I'm gonna use a little bit of the panel liner. Now, I tried learning ZBrush, and I have to say, I really like ZBrush. I tried Blender as well back in the day, and I found that Blender that was a little bit harder. and ZBrush. But if you're already good in COD, I'm pretty sure it will be a little bit easier because I know it are two different softwares have nothing in common, but you have some of the knowledge, so that's still better than nothing. Now with the liquid skill, you have to watch out a little bit because this it's really really easy to use, but it can mess up your model just as well. Like just happened here to me. So always make sure that you have a handy wet wipe on close by because sometimes harder to reach parts can mess up your process. Okay, I'm gonna be done with this now, and I just have to do a couple of things on the uniform. So I'm gonna use some black. And my wet palette started to dry out, so I make sure that I add a little bit of water to it. Just to keep it hydrated. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. This I'm not sure. Uh, you see, usually heating the resin. What actually do you mean by that? Like if you put it in the oven, I'm pretty sure some fumes come out. How bad they are for you, that I don't know. So honestly, I'm trying not to heat up resin as much. If I do it, I just do it with hot water if I have to. But you have to make sure that no hot waters goes inside the resin. Because if you don't dry out all the water from the resin, that in time can crack your print. It happened to me, and since then I never put resin in water if it can go inside the resin, the water. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I will watch out with water going inside the resin. Now, if the resin has no holes and it's no leaking inside, then yeah, you can heat it up with warm water. But if you want to heat it up otherwise, I'm not sure about that. For example, if you want to put it in an oven or something like that. If I may ask you, why do you ask that? Do you want to do something by heating it up? So if I had to heat up the resin, I would do it in home or warm water, but just make sure the water doesn't go inside the resin because if you don't dry it out properly, that can crack your print over time. And sometimes it takes even 2 or 3 months, or sometimes can take 2 or 3 days. I know people who actually dry the sculpts inside the oven, but again, I cannot say I don't have that knowledge. I never looked into it, so actually, I'm going to try to find out if heating up the resin release any toxic fumes. Ooh, I just messed up his eye. How did that happen? Wait a second, what happened here? Okay. His right eye got all messed up, but I don't know why. Okay, I will have to clean that one down afterwards. Now, I know what you mean. And you see, sometimes bases, unfortunately, you can try, uh, but I don't know how much they're gonna stay flat. You almost have to clamp it down after you heat it up, and that probably pretty sure that you will have to do it in the oven. Now, I would definitely not recommend do it in the microwave. I don't know how the microwave will react to it, but I'm pretty sure the microwave will be probably worse for it as an oven. So I would say if you do something like that, definitely try to do it in the oven. Yeah, that's why usually I try to do my bases in plastic so they don't lose their shape. I want them to be nice and flat. I still don't know what happened to his eyes. I'm gonna clean it down afterwards with some because I have a layer of protection, so I'm gonna use some mineral spirits and about cotton and just to remove it nicely. But I'm gonna finish up everything else before I do that. And what I need now, it's a little bit of gold. Wait, I actually have some gold over here. Yeah, that gold will not work. I just made a mess with it. Yeah, sometimes it's better if you find another way of fixing the bottom to make it flat. Uh, I don't know what resin are you using for printing. Uh, ABS resin has a little bit less shrinking and warping, so it's not perfect. Don't get me wrong, but it's better than normal resin. So maybe look into that as well. Now I don't know in your case how much that will cost you. Here is just a couple of euros, like literally €1 or €2 more expensive than the normal resin. So I'm using that one, and the one I'm using is the Anycubic. I've been using it for some time. I'm not sponsored by Anycubic. If Anycubic wants to sponsor me, then please do. I'm just saying this as my proper experience. It's a really good resin. So maybe even if you want to buy another brand and not Anycubic, try to look into using an ABS resin. I noticed with the ABS you have less shrinking and warping. Jerry, what type of resin are you using? Yeah, like I swear to you, like I was using the Sunlu as well, but it was really hard to find and it was really expensive as well. And that's when I switched over to Anycubic. And to be honest with you, I'm not planning to change it at the moment. It's for me, it's really good. It's working out. I found that the Sunlu was more. The smell was really strong as well, and it really bothered me. Oh, okay, you're using Sunlu. For me, Jerry was the same as the Anycubic, the price wise, but again, it was the problems I couldn't find it. So that's why I tried out Anycubic, and I have to be honest with you. In my experience, Anycubic is just better. Again, I'm not sponsored. If Anycubic wants to sponsor me, more than happy. Yeah, yeah, that's about right price. That's why I'm using as well the Pro 2. And the other one, the Songlu, I will never get it under 170. Again, that was just price for me. But even wasn't the price. It was that it was never in stock, so it was always sold out. Jerry, quick question. I had a little bit incident over here on the eye. I already did give a clear coat of varnish. It was the mineral spirits that will not remove the varnish. I'm right about that, or I'm wrong? I'm not sure if it was the mineral spirits or it was a different type of spirits that doesn't remove the varnish. And by the way, that's really really good price selling for 10 liters. That's a good price. So I'm gonna try to close it up and hopefully the camera will focus on it. So as you can see up here, it has a little bit of shadows. You see, it's a bluish shadow. I don't know if it's from the masking putty. It's not too much, but it's just a little bit. You see, it doesn't have it on the other side. But this side has it really badly, all around the eye. I'm gonna try it out now and see what happens. By the time I notice, it will not come down, so Yes, that was the mask. No, it's not that, but that was the one that I put up there and left the marked. I have to throw out that masking putty. I don't know because of the paint that already absorbed, but this is not the first time that it does something like that. So I don't know now if it was the putty, it was something else. So actually, I'm going to try out now, but I'm going to test it out the mineral spirits on a part, and then so let's see. I just put a little bit of Dectan over here, and this has already varnish on it. So I'm going to take one of these cotton buds and see what happens. This is a tat slag, so on this one I'm doing all time of testing. Looks like it's working, Jerry. Now let's see if I can do the same thing on the eye. Yeah. So for me, this one worked. The mineral spirit, odor free. I mean, you can use one with the odor as well. I'm pretty sure. I had this one, so I used this one, and didn't remove the paint, as you can see, guys, over here. It removed the deck tan. So this is deck tan. It removed this one, but it didn't remove the paint on the varnish. So let's hope for the best, and let's try to fix the eye, and hopefully I don't make a mess. If I make a mess, I will have to repaint the whole head. And of course, it doesn't want to come down. Okay, it does remove a little bit, but Hmm. These remove some of it, but not all of it. So actually, I don't know what that was, to be honest. I have a little bit of a shaky hands now, so I messed up again the black, so I have to go back and fix it again a little bit. It looks like I'm just making. Hi, Marius. How are you? Thanks for joining in. How are you, Marius? How are you these days? It looks like I will have to redo the eyes. That black doesn't go away. I tried it, so I'm gonna repaint that off camera. At the moment, my hand is a little bit shaky as well. So later on, I'm gonna redo that. But I'm going to finish up the deck 10. Yeah, at the moment it does go well. Over here on this eye, I messed up the head so I can paint. And after I took down the masking putty, which is this one, something got stuck, some black stuck to it, and it doesn't want to go away from the eye. So I have to redo over there. So I'm gonna do just the top part. I keep messing it up now, so I'm just gonna focus on something else, get it ready, because I don't want to waste too much time now. It's getting a little bit late as well. Did you stream today? I never got a chance to check out your stream. I'm so sorry about that. I'm gonna try to do a little bit better. It was a little bit madness over here for the last couple of weeks. I was working on two projects at the same time and got caught in the work, and I couldn't do anything properly. So now I'm gonna just sit back and work on one project at a time and just catch up on all sort of things. How is the 3D printing going on your side, Marius? So yeah, Jerry, probably you have to do that a little bit faster. I think I let it dry a little bit too much. I was supposed to do it instantly when I noticed that that thing was over there over the eye. So if you guys, at least for me, it worked. If you apply clear coat, varnish, and then if you do a mistake and you clean it up with mineral spirits, that's going to remove the the paint, but it's not going to remove anything under the varnish. At least that's how it worked for me. And I'm pretty sure this is how other people are doing it as well. So I use this type of mineral spirits. Uh, this is an odorless one, but you can get one with the smell as well if you're okay. I have a sensitive nose because I have lots of allergies, and I bought this ages ago, and I'm not really using it. And now I just remember that you can actually use that one. And I tried it out, as you can see over here on this test leg, and I removed the deck tent, but nothing under the varnish. So again, it looks like it works. At least it worked for me. So it depends maybe on the varnish that you use as well, or what type of mineral spirit. I'm not sure exactly 100%, but I'm going to test this out in the future a little bit more. So I will have a better knowledge of it for the next time something like this happened. But it looks like because this one, the one on the leg that I removed the paint, it was in a couple of seconds. Oh, nice to see you, Pen Pressure, and hope to see you next time. Have fun, my friend. So I'm gonna use a little bit the hair dryer. So I'm gonna make a little bit of noise, guys. So sorry for that. And then I have to figure out what I'm doing with the head because I don't like the eye over there. Now, if you notice some funny things on your paint, always make sure that you clean it down as soon as possible. Again, happened here to me now that I didn't clean it down in time over the eye, and yeah, now I know that the problem is over there. I cannot rest till I fix it, so that will be the first thing I'm going to fix. I'm going to do off camera, and probably I'm going to do it a little bit later or tomorrow. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, so I'm not messing it up more than I did already. So I'm gonna airbrush a little bit of a skin tone over there. Probably I'm gonna go a little bit darker because it's under his eye. So I'm gonna go with a darker red. I mean skin tone, a reddish one, and then that will be the shadow for his eyes. And I hope I don't have to fix anything else, just his eyebrows and all that stuff over there. But I will have to tape up. Actually, I'm going to use some cellophane to put it on his body, so I don't do more accidents, because that's the last thing I want to do now. But I wanted to leave everything to dry, just to make sure that it's safe to use it. So he's kind of done at the moment. His hair, it's all black, and I'm gonna leave black. I'm not gonna do any dry brush because in the anime and in the manga everywhere, he's like the purest black hair that I ever saw. So I'm just gonna keep it black. I'm not gonna do any highlights or shadows or anything on it. I'm just gonna keep it like that, and I will just have to glue everything together, and I will count this down after I do the eyes, of course. And I'm gonna get the hair. It's over here. So the hair, it's already painted up and everything. I just literally have to glue it to his head, and yeah, there you go. And again, I'm gonna fix the eyes off camera, so next time when you're gonna see him, he's going to be okay. Now I'm just gonna let the arm dry, and then I'm going to put a little bit of Noom oil or some blue dark wash in there, so it covers between the shirt sleeve and his uniform. And then he has a button over there, which the button I'm gonna paint up gold, probably the same as on the front of his uniform. And then this is done. So the hair has to be just varnished, and because it's already painted up. And his legs are varnished up as well. But this is a glossy varnish, so I'm gonna apply the non-glossy varnish on the trousers. So you're gonna see that one, how it's gonna look. I'm just gonna rest him down. And I'm gonna clean it up here, the works area, a little bit, because at the moment I have just too many paints all over the place. And a messy workplace, it's not as good. Now the setting varnish I'm using is still the acrylic one. I know it's in a different bottle. It's an Aka bottle, but it's actually this setting varnish that I'm using. I just put it in a smaller bottle so I can use it a little bit better. Oh, oh, this varnish has lots of pieces in it for some reason. How did that happen? Okay, so this is the varnish that I have problem with. Good to know now. So this is the varnish that blocks my airbrush. Yeah. You motherfucker. And he's spitting out huge chunks as well. Oh, so you're going to the last one now, huh? Yeah, I have to toss this one out. This is. You literally chunks are coming out. Okay, at least I figured out what's causing the blockage on the airbrush. Because for the last 3 days, I didn't know what it was. Yeah, what I'm doing here, I'm just gonna throw the whole thing out. This is going to the bin. I don't like to waste, so I was hoping. I don't know. That one has to go. I'm pretty sure this is full of chunks now as well. Yeah. You guys cannot see it, but the pieces are coming out from it. They're huge. As you can see, guys, over here, this one, this is just came out. I don't know. The camera picks it up over here, but it has huge chunks of the wash, the clear varnish in it. And I think I know why it's not the original bottle is the problem. Is the bottle that I put it in? Probably I didn't clean it out properly. So I think just this bottle that has the chunks in it, and the other one, it's okay. So let's test it out. I'm gonna put a little bit of varnish in this and put a little bit of water to. So I don't think this varnish is the problems, guys. I think is the bottle that I put the varnish in. This is so smooth as milk. Yeah, this is coming out correctly. So yeah, guys, something got stuck in this bottle when I clean it, and then the bits are coming through. So this, whatever, how much I have in this bottle, I have to throw it out. I cannot use it. How much you have to drive then with the car, Ron? That's something short, right? You don't have to drive for too long, right? After you take after you're off the plane. Yeah, guys, the trousers are done and the feet are done. So these are done, the base is done, so I can glue this to the trousers. So I'm gonna just do that really quickly. And if I can find the cardboard. Oh, I did open the whole thing. Marius, are you still here? Lucky that your wife is waiting for you, because otherwise, Ron, I think you go straight to streaming at this point. If your wife was not home, I think you start streaming, honestly. Now, good advice, guys, when you glue in the feet, make sure that you put in the keys that has to go inside the base and it's in the right position, because sometimes the feet can go at a weird angle and then it will not fit. So I will say always, if you glue the feet to the trousers, just make sure that put it inside the base and then it keys in properly, so you don't have any problems afterwards. Again, this is just me talking from experience. It happened to me. So I think it was a little bit misunderstanding, Ron, over here. I know you're still there. I was asking somebody else if he's still in the chat, and I think you were thinking that I'm talking to you. Or if not, then don't mind it. You just want to finish it up. Yeah, your Punisher looks really good, dude. It feels like now that you never finished it because you were away for a week, so it's like you just want to get over it and then move to the next project. And then we have to finish up the torso, but I have to fix up the eyes a little bit. Incendio Kai. Uh, oh, it's you. Okay, okay. Makes sense. I know. Yes, you have to feed. But what else do you have left to do? So, guys, I'm gonna take it out, and this is how it looks so far. Now the trousers are a little bit different color because the top doesn't have the varnish on it yet. So as soon as the varnish goes on it, it's gonna be the same equal color. So what are you gonna spray down with the blood effect? Now I'm gonna put this aside before I break it. And now I'm preparing the next thing to do really quick. So bear with me for a second. My curing station, it's provisional at the moment. I don't have a proper place for it, so I'm gonna work that out as well. So let's finish this fishy up. So guys, what I'm using over here, this is baby powder and resin that I'm using to print my statues out. So I take the resin and I put some baby powder in it, and that makes the resin a little bit thick, so it's not as runny as usually resin is. So it's a little bit thicker, and then apply it around the hole. Just make sure that I close the hole. Then move the whole jar with the resin out. Take the UV light and cure it. And I'm using this baby powder formula for some time, and I have to say it works really, really good. I have a short video of it as well on my YouTube channel on the short side videos. So you can go and check it out over there. And now I come back with some more. Now you don't want to apply the layers too thick because then the resin will be not cured. So you want to apply them really, really easily and just a little bit all the time. It's no rush for this to cure it, so always apply a little bit, cure it, then apply a little bit more. It's a bit time consuming, but it's worth it as well. Ah, okay. All aboard. Yeah, I've been using it for like, even if you have on your base seams that they are not pretty nice, it works really, really good. And then once you start using it, it's one of those things you cannot go back. Now, it doesn't make always sense to use these ones. Sometimes you have to use milliput or anything else, but usually this works really good. And that's it. You don't even see the hole. And then I have another one over here. So I'm going to close that back as well. And usually I mix up a batch and it lasts me for a couple of months, and just keep it in a closed jar. I hide it away from the sun because you don't want to keep it under the sun. Just make sure that you hide it away from the sun, and then it will last you for some time. You don't have to always mix up a fresh batch. It's just keep it well sealed and away from sunlight, and then it will last you for long. And now the ratio of the baby powder to the resin, you have to do it by eye. Maybe the first batch will be not perfect, but the second one, you kind of be more what you're looking for, because once you start using it, you know it if you want it a little bit more thicker or more thin. Yeah, the sometimes the dropper bottle needle, it's really, really good. I have to pick one up. Ron sent me the one that he's using. That's really practical as well. But this is when it's better when you want to close a big hole. Like the needle dropper bottle, it's better when you just want to close a really small seam kind of between them. But I find this one works better for holes. And I have this brush, and I never cleaned out this brush. I just make sure that I always take care of it. And I've been using this for the last year, and I never had to change out or anything like that. And now in a couple of seconds, this hole will be closed as well. And guys, if you just join in, thank you everybody for joining in. Much, much appreciated. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you share it with your friends and family. I'm trying to grow my channel, so every little bit helps. And I'm streaming every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7 o'clock. So I hope to see you back soon. We have a really nice community that we're building up here. So if you have any questions or you want to know more something about 3D printing, please make sure you put it down in the chat below and we will try to answer. And make sure that you check out the 3D Painter channel as well. He's gonna be back tomorrow and he's gonna start streaming again. He's gonna finish up his really cool Punisher. So make sure you check out tomorrow his channel. Make sure you check out the 3D Bean and the Grumpy Vet. Grumpy Vet at the moment doesn't have any videos on his channel, but he's going to start posting really, really soon. And there are lots of cool channels out there, so make sure that you go and support them. And again, I always say more channels you check out, more things you're going to learn. When I starting to do this, I watched a lot of channels. Those channels, some of them, they're not even around anymore. The algorithm sometimes can be really cool with the small channels, so every little thing helps. Thank you, guys. Yeah, usually for big holes, I usually use milliput a little bit. Depends how big is the hole. And then I put this on top of the milliput. This one is because the baby powder, it's really easy to sand and it's the same color mostly as the resin that you already use because you're using literally that resin. As you can see over here as well, I have a small hole. So I'm just going to cover that one up as well in a couple of seconds. The only thing I don't like with the milliput that you will have to wait 24 hours for the milliput to dry. This, it cures in a couple of seconds. So that's really, really practical. So especially this works out really good on uneven, uneven surfaces like rocks, but even smooth surfaces, they works out really good because you can go back with your exo blade and you just kind of clean it down a little bit. Now sometimes you have to go back with a second coat because the resin will go inside, will pull inside the cracks, the cut, or whatever the space is between the two pieces. So you can go back, apply it, and then spread it out a little bit over the other parts as well. So it's getting a nice and even coat. Now, if you do this on textures, for example, on a suit, you will lose all the textures. So for the textures, you have to watch out. You can still do it, but you have to be more careful because you can lose all of the textures on the model, and sometimes then can look really, really ugly. But for example, if you want to cover up a texture, then you can do that with this as well. Now, guys, with this one here said, I'm gonna finish up the stream. It's getting late over here, so thank you everybody for joining in. Hope to see you on the next stream, on the next one. This time is gonna be 100% the coil fish. So I'm gonna start working on him. And remember, he has a huge tail, a second piece that I have to glue and then kind of clean up the scene around it. So I'm going to do that off camera. I just wanted to show you guys how I'm doing it. So the next time when I'm doing it off camera, then you already know and you can come back to the video and have a look. So what I have left here is just this scene over here to close it, as you can see. Or you can see, because over here, just this one here and a little bit over here. And then I have to attach the tail. The tail is almost the same length as the fish. So it's quite long. And then close that one, and then I'm gonna prime it and ready for the paint. Now for this one over here, I have a really cool steam color that I hope is gonna come out as I imagine it. So I can't wait to see that one done, and then we will see what will be the next project. Now, guys, thank you very much for joining in. Hope to see you on the next one, and enjoy it. Bye.